From Newcastle looking to sign a long-term partner for Sven Botman, to explaining the reason why Newcastle opted to not sign Dominik Szoboszlai, to Fabrizio Romano, revealing on when the Sandro Tonali announcement will be done.
I'm gonna come.
Join us as we look at the latest and most intriguing Newcastle United transfer news. Newcastle United is making waves in the transfer market once again, and this time, they have set their sights on Sporting CP's teenage defender, Ousmane Diomande. According to a report from Caught Offside, the Magpies are ready to compete with Premier League giants Arsenal for the signature of the 18-year-old centre-back, who has impressed during his time in Portugal.
Hey, that's pretty good.
While Diomande is not a top priority for Newcastle at the moment, the club's sporting director Dan Ashworth may be able to orchestrate a deal for the young talent should negotiations prove successful. Sporting CP has placed a hefty £68 million price tag on Diomande's head, but with Newcastle's qualification to the Champions League last season, the club has the financial resources to pull off a transfer of this magnitude. Diomande is considered one of the brightest young prospects in Europe, and his skill set seems tailor-made for the English top flight. In fact, according to FBref, he ranks among the top 10% of positional peers across the divisions below the top European 5 for goals, the top 1% for passes attempted, the top 2% for progressive passes, the top 4% for progressive carries, the top 5% for successful take-ons, and the top 5% for tackles per 90. This places him in the company of elite players, and he has been compared to Ajax's Jurrien Timber, who is closing in on a £40.5 million move to Arsenal. Diomande's potential has even caught the attention of talent scouts, including Jacek Kulig, who has praised the youngster's high ball playing and pure defender skills. Kulig believes that Diomande will play for the best teams in the world and has termed him an elite talent. If Newcastle were to sign Diomande, he would have the perfect partner in Sven Botman, who has excelled since moving to the club from Lille for £35 million. Botman has been instrumental in Newcastle's joint best defence in the Premier League last season, having conceded only 33 goals alongside Manchester City. With Botman's aggression and no-nonsense approach, and Diomande's ball-playing skills, the Magpies would have a dynamic defence that could propel them to greater heights. Newcastle's trajectory is on the rise, and Diomande could be the missing piece of the puzzle. While he is still young and relatively inexperienced, the signs of a first-class defender are already there, and the Toon side must make their move to secure his signature. With the right nurturing and guidance, Diomande could emerge as one of the best defenders in the world.
I could see that as a very real possibility.
And Newcastle could reap the rewards of their investment for years to come. Then, moving on, Newcastle United's hopes of signing Dominik Szoboszlai from RB Leipzig have been dashed, as the Hungarian midfielder is set to sign for Liverpool instead. It was initially thought that Szoboszlai could be the perfect alternative to James Maddison, but now the Magpies are left scrambling for another option. Liverpool has swooped in on Szoboszlai, and it looks all but certain that he will be playing for Jurgen Klopp at Anfield next season, rather than Eddie Howe at St. James Park. News broke on Friday that Liverpool is pushing ahead with a deal, as Newcastle withdrew their interest in the 22-year-old. A new report from the Liverpool Echo sheds light on why Szoboszlai is set to move to the northwest instead of the northeast.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you we don't care.
The report states that Szoboszlai's desire to work with Klopp is a significant factor in his decision to sign for Liverpool. This is why Newcastle had no choice but to stand down and end their interest. The Reds already have a good relationship with Leipzig due to previous transfers, which has also helped their cause. Talks over Szoboszlai took place when they were discussing Fabio Carvalho, who has joined the German side on loan for the upcoming season. It is a major blow for Newcastle, who were hoping to negotiate a deal with Leipzig. The club had a sliver of hope that the lure of the Champions League could give them the edge, but that has not proven to be the case. Newcastle withdrew out of the race, as there was no point in pursuing a player who would rather be somewhere else. Howe only wants people who are committed to Newcastle United.
Let me put it in a language you can understand.
We don't do that.
Despite missing out on Szoboszlai, fans must trust the recruitment team and have faith that they will find an even better alternative. While Liverpool is getting a supremely talented footballer, there are other options out there, and Newcastle must continue to explore all possibilities. The summer transfer window is far from over, and the Magpies still have time to strengthen their squad ahead of the new season. Then moving on, there is exciting news for Newcastle fans, as Fabrizio Romano, the renowned football transfer expert, has confirmed that the club is set to make an official announcement regarding the signing of Sandro Tonali. The deal was reportedly closed and sealed a week ago, and now the Magpies are finally ready to unveil their new acquisition. Tonali, a highly rated midfielder from Italy, has been on Newcastle's radar for some time. The club has been working tirelessly behind the scenes to secure his signature, and it seems that their hard work has paid off.
Gentlemen, we got him.
According to Romano, the club is set to confirm Tonali's arrival as their new signing this weekend. Fans can expect an official statement from the club in the next 24 hours, as Newcastle looks to introduce their latest addition to the squad. The anticipation is palpable, as Tonali is widely regarded as one of the most exciting young talents in European football. The 21-year-old midfielder has already made a name for himself in Serie A, having impressed during his time at Brescia and AC Milan.
Wow.
His technical ability, vision, and passing range have drawn comparisons to Andrea Pirlo, one of Italy's all-time great midfielders. With Tonali's arrival, Newcastle looks set to bolster their midfield options significantly. The Italian is a versatile player who can operate in a variety of roles. He is equally adept at playing as a deep-lying playmaker or as a more advanced attacking midfielder. This flexibility will undoubtedly be of great value to Eddie Howe, who is keen to build a squad capable of challenging for honors in the Premier League. The signing of Tonali is yet another statement of intent from Newcastle, who are showing no signs of slowing down in their pursuit of success. The club has already made some significant signings this summer, and Tonali's arrival is sure to excite fans even further. As the countdown to the official announcement begins, Newcastle supporters will be eagerly anticipating the unveiling of their new midfield maestro. With Tonali's talent and potential, the Magpies have secured a real gem, and his arrival could prove to be a turning point in the club's fortunes.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Psych!